Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to Adventurecruiser. I was going through the analytics of my channel recently and I discovered something very fascinating. That there are 99.999% male watchers, leaving 0.0001% female. Running the math out, that's about one who identifies as a female watching my videos. Which I'm totally fine with, because what that means statistically is the likelihood of my wife watching this video being probably around 0. So let me show what I just bought on eBay. This is a fascinating radio. I've seen them in advertisements, but I didn't know that there were any actually available in the wild. Now, the intriguing thing about this radio, it is the Technologies TMR-400. But the intriguing thing about this radio is that it is a battery-powered, highly portable version of this. I would say it's probably designed for an incident command post or a mobile field post, something like that. I don't really know. But it takes all of this and then reconfigures it inside of this box. Now, originally I had thought, well, shoot, I could get creative and I could take this apart, take this radio, put a VHF Go box, but I don't think that's gonna work. There is a chance I could potentially swap out the faceplate and the logic board inside, but I don't know. We'll find out, because there's a lot of heat sink here. There's a lot of mass here, and this isn't really a heat sink. It's more like a oven. So let's go through the details of this box. So again, this is called the TMR-400. They make them in the 150, 400, 500, and 800 variants, standing for VHF, UHF1, UH2, UHF2, and 7800. This is the only one I've ever seen on eBay. I'm sure I've missed others, but when I saw this, I had to get it. It is a battery-powered mobile radio, and I'm gonna turn it off so I can go through the order of operations with you. On the right-hand side, there's an easy-to-access door. There. And in this door is a very cool battery. Now, this is not just your Lowe's special block battery that we used to get in flashlights when I was a little kid. This is actually a pretty serious ultralife battery. It has a total energy of 255 watt hours. So there's a lot in here, and it is lithium ion, which means it probably should not have been shipped via air. Oh well. Inside here, you can see the circuit boards, which are most likely relocated circuit boards that were originally designed for one of these, but until I really get into it, it's hard to tell. But the battery slides in, attaches to that contact point in the end there, like that. Make sure that's folded. That's a spring. Close that. On the opposite side, you have the charging port, which appears to be watertight via this military style connector. I'm sure one of you knows which model that is. And then you have power on or off, charging, and your battery level all on the side. So flip that switch on. I'm not seeing anything for battery level yet. I'm gonna run a full charge on this, see if maybe the battery simply needs to be calibrated. But I'm kind of going in the dark right now, so forgive me, I'm just sharing what I'm finding. This I find very funny. I really like this. This is the Magpul sling attachment that typically is on an AR-15 or similar weapon. But it's a perfect use for this. I'm a big fan of using things that are already in existence rather than custom making everything. On the top, you have your traditional control face. And again, the control face is identical to the M150. Ignore that B150. I folded out of an enclosure. But they took this section of the control face itself there, see the seam, and mounted it to this box. Otherwise, it is exactly the same as the mobile radio. On the front, we do have this Ethernet style Cat 5e port, and I don't know what that's for. Sorry, I really don't. And then here it appears that this is a external speaker or headphone port. I'm gonna have to play with that too. On top, you have a type-in antenna connector. An antenna did not come with this radio, but I did order one that was rated for this power output. Power output is something that needs to be considered when you're using a radio like this. This radio is set for about 50 watts, plus or minus. This radio, in my research, is limited to 15 watts. You're gonna get an advantage using this over a handheld because of the antenna and a little extra power. But I'm still personally kind of struggling with a perfect use case for a radio like this. I think what I'm gonna use it for though is when camping, I'm gonna set it up on the picnic table out front. And if I'm out on a hike or some of the kids are out on a hike, we can use this to contact them on GMRS, for instance. It's a very expensive GMRS radio. Oh well. On the back of the box is nothing but the data plate indicating that it is the TMR-400. And on the bottom you have these nice rubber feet, but that's basically it. I'm going to go ahead and program this up for my channels. I'm going to test it over the next couple of days and I'll let you know what I find. But in the meantime, I do want to give props to BK for being creative, coming up with something that I've only seen in like a military style PRC type radio in a mobile version. Mobile, portable, I don't know what to call it. A poor mobile, maybe. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. Take care, have fun, and we'll talk soon.